how to attract a masculine man, the magnetic power of feminine energy. I will see you right after this. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, and high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. If that sounds like you, then you're absolutely on the right channel. Now, I know that if you're watching this and you are a Black Swan, oh, there is nothing like a masculine man to love a feminine woman. Their focus, their drive, their desire for you, to have you, to keep you, to prove to you, to be a gentleman, to cherish you and make you feel so special, to provide for you. A masculine man is all round delicious. What can I say? They just need to make more of them. They need to be churning them out in some factory so we can just have our pick. And well, that might not be necessary because masculine men are actually a lot more available than we think. They're just not as vocal. They're just not out here in these streets creating YouTube channels about how women are crap. Okay, so don't despair because your masculine man is probably up the road from you right now, but it does take a specific kind of woman. I was having a conversation with somebody in the chat a few weeks ago, and they were talking about something else, but I seem to believe that they were talking about how they had embraced their femininity, and as a result, even masculine men were being intimidated by them. Instantly, I knew that this lady did not embrace her femininity. Not at all. She went on to correct me that she wasn't speaking about her femininity. But I have had this conversation multiple times with women. I am feminine now. I've taken my femininity journey. I'm feminine, and and men are still intimidated and scared. They still don't want it. Here's what we need to understand about the ego. The ego is designed to keep you alive, to keep you safe, and to some degree, part of that safety is to convince you of some delusional stuff so that you don't fall apart emotionally or mentally. And some of these delusions, and usually what the ego will say is, it's not you, it's them. It's these weak men, it's these incompetent men. It certainly isn't me, because it's so difficult when you've done a long journey of trying to evolve and grow and surrender, and you're still not seeing the results that you want. At some point, you just tell yourself, wow, this is probably the best I can do. This is all there is. So it must be something wrong with the world around me. I've been going to the gym for over a year, dedicatedly, 3 times a week. I show up, I lift weight, I run, I do all of the stuff that I'm required to do in order to create the strong body and the healthy body that I want. But sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, girl, we're not seeing the kind of progress we want. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I think, well done, you're doing good. But here's what really matters. What matters is my understanding that I have spent 45 years of my life moderately taking care of my fitness. Very good in terms of my nutrition, thinking really about what I put in my mouth, eating clean 80% of the time. I've always been conscientious because I happen to have food intolerances, and so I have to be conscientious to eat clean so that I can have a healthy body and a healthy gut. However, I recognized that unless I invested in my fitness, I was going to have other problems that food couldn't fix. And so I decided to invest in my fitness journey. But I am not going to see the body I want after 45 years of not moving my body in that particular way. It will take many years for my muscle to begin to build up, for my strength to build up, for me to be able to lift heavier, for me to be able to push heavier. It's going to take time. And time is the one thing I've afforded myself. as long as I am committed to the journey, I will give myself as long as it takes to have the strong, healthy, and fit body that I deserve. This is really important because as we take our femininity journey, we have to understand that many of us, including myself, were in masculine energy for decades. We lived in it. We thought we were thriving in it. We thought we were happy in it. But it was definitely normal for us to be in masculine energy. It has become our default. It takes practice, much effort to get to a point where we are embodiments of feminine energy, where we just radiate it miles and miles away. But in the meantime, we will continue to radiate that masculine energy, and we will continue to attract a certain kind of man in our lives. We shouldn't despair. But one thing we must not do is start to delude ourselves into thinking, I am there and there's something wrong with the world. Because this one fact remains true. Masculine, feminine, magnetize. Masculine desires feminine, is not intimidated by feminine, delights in feminine, basks in the glory of the feminine. Feminine magnetizes the masculine, loves the masculine, enjoys the masculine. No intimidation here. No intimidation. Just flow, just harmony. Okay, so if we want to magnetize a masculine man, we have to begin to embrace our feminine essence. That means we need to begin to embrace the nurturing elements of us, the empathetic elements of us, the intuitive elements of us. We're looking at really being more nurturing first to ourselves, empathetic first to ourselves, and just really nurturing our inner soul. Because from the input we put on the inside of us comes the output. Data in, data out. If all of the data and all the input we receive is cerebral and not heart-centered, then we are going to experience a great difficulty in the embracing of our feminine energy. If we do not embrace our feminine essence, the true self on the inside of us as women that radiates that femininity naturally, if we do not embrace that, if we do not allow that to have room, if we do not allow it to have expression, then we will have a really hard time attracting a masculine man. And if we manage to attract him, we're definitely going to have a hard time maintaining his attraction. So get into nurturing empathy. Be more intuitive, because then the masculine will find that attractive, and he will find comfort in your feminine energy. Number 2, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 4,000 times, but I know that we've got new viewers on this channel. But one of the most important things is respect and appreciation. If you want to create an atmosphere and an environment where the masculine just cannot stay away from you, show him respect. Be respectful to his thoughts and appreciate his strengths. Appreciate his leadership, his protectiveness, and his provision, and express your admiration for his prowess. I'm not talking about cheap compliments, trying to people please him. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being in an environment where when he does something that is masculine and makes you feel good, he gets an applause. You let him know you admire him, you appreciate him. I admire you for being such a gentleman. I appreciate how you make me feel safe. You are such a champion. I love how you confidently walked up to me to get my number. It makes me feel like you're a man that knows what he wants. I love that. You have to show a man that you appreciate it when he pursues you, when he cherishes you, he gives you compliments. He doesn't want to be in a position where he's receiving your compliments and being people pleased. He wants to be appreciated for being a man. Okay. Number 3, communicating vulnerably, communicating openly. You know, sometimes as women, we can be a bit coy. That's cute. And sometimes we can be a little bit subtle. That's mysterious. All of those things are great. But even in the midst of that, be an open communicator. Share your true feelings and thoughts in a situation. If he does something that you don't like, say to him, I appreciate you wanting to make that particular thing clear to me or protect me from that thing. It's just that when you do it in that way, I feel really unhappy. I feel sad. I feel lonely. This is the truth about my reality right now. That way he understands that you're a woman who owns yourself, owns your feelings, and communicate them articulately. You don't get into bitching, moaning, complaining. You simply say what you have to say, and when it's over, it's over. Handling conflict well. These are really important for the masculine. Can you handle conflict without being disrespectful? Being an effective communicator is really powerful when you're dealing with masculine men, because masculine men are highly sensitive. They're not emotional. They don't make their decisions from an emotion, but they're very sensitive to criticism, to not being enough, to anything that is negative. And so if we're aware of this sensitivity, we then need to communicate with love, with nurturing, with empathy, and with respect. And they will be sensitive to us, how we feel and what we need done. That sensitivity doesn't have to work against you. It can absolutely work for you. So if you want to magnetize a masculine man, these are the 3 things you absolutely need to do. If you need help or support, we have a plethora of courses here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. You can do the Feminine Mastery Masterclass. You can do Mastering Attraction Masterclass. And most importantly, how to talk to men so they listen. You could probably take a journey to the secrets of a man's mind, where we give you little secrets that men don't really want you to know, or secrets that are not apparent, but in the secrets of a man's mind, you are going to learn something about men that you didn't actually know, and it's gonna absolutely change your life. And so what can I say? We've got you here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. If you need to book a call and get in touch with any one of us, we're happy to hear from you. Love to hear from you. In the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now.